Okie dokie. Our next guest really knows what's shaking. He's been batting 1,000 on predicting California earthquakes. Please welcome the Earthquake Astrologer, the man who finds the answers in the stars, Farley Malorrus. Well, your dance wasn't up there, but I mean with Al's, but it was good. It was a...
No, was my dance up there or not? Come on.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
now, the name is a tongue twister, and I've been saying, and
It's Farley Malorruney. No.
Farley Malorruney. Farley Malorrus.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what was I saying? Farley Malorrus?
Well, I've been called a lot of things, but as long as it's Farley Malorrus.
Depends on who you owe money to and what they're calling you.
Never owe money.
So,
but what about you? Do you owe any money, as a matter of fact?
You're supposed to tell me the astrologer. Now, you find the answers to questions in the stars.
Right.
You're batting 1,000 on earthquake predictions?
Yeah, it's a little freaky, isn't it?
That is scary, because seismologists sit around going,
That
we
ain't
can't
scary
tell
to me. I'm telling you, looking at this guy, I know he causes some earthquakes. What are you talking about?
I was going to say,
Al, you have this fixation with large people.
There's some kind of a tremor or something.
this guy is the most passionate
Heavy.
old man you'll ever see
Now,
in your
this
life.
is a heavy. You know what I mean, heavy? This is a heavy. I mean, this is something to look forward to, heavy.
Grandpa will have his own show on the Ghoul Network that'll be out all next...
Let's talk about Al and his relationships with women, okay?
Yeah, oh, I like that.
You have that
I like
now. You have the
Four of
answers.
them, right?
Oh, yeah.
You have the answers to
For
all...
what? Last week you're talking about? What
Yesterday,
do you mean for?
in the dressing room, I saw.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
you can spread it around. Spread it around. You do that, you get more applicants. Spread it around, kid.
So now you have the answers to all of the questions that we need to know in the stars with your charts.
Right, exactly.
That's correct.
7 computers I use.
You can tell, I'm told that you can tell more about me than I would care to let people know just from my astrology charts.
You're not
It ain't
kidding.
that much about you to know. What are you talking
Ow.
about, man?
You're heckling a lot of
Don't be
guys that can
building
beat you
yourself
up, Al.
like that, man. What are you talking about? I mean,
ever
this guy
survive?
can do that whole thing. I mean, all he needs is a piece of paper like a Chinese fortune cookie, and he's got you all down, man.
I have a celebrity muzzle in back for him.
Celebrity muzzle.
Now, I mean, if you want to do something, I mean, you do me.
All right.
I mean,
Okay.
there's something
We'll do
there.
you, Al. We
Me.
got charts
That's
on
it.
you, babe.
Yeah.
We got
Whenever
the
you're
answers.
ready, that's
All
it.
right,
Get it.
let's do Al.
Go
let's
ahead.
see what he has to
Yeah.
say. What do we
Well,
have? Now, these are the charts.
what is that?
This guy never stops talking, first of all.
You didn't need a chart for that.
Gemini rising, you know.
No, hey, what
And
Gemini?
he has his moon in the house of sex. So it's something constantly probably on his mind.
What?
I don't think this guy would ever burn out from women. In fact, he loves women. He's probably made a career of probably, I won't say assaulting women, but let's say seducing women. And he very hard worker. He's a Taurus, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, Hitler was a Taurus,
Yeah,
too.
we know
so.
each other.
I just want to, put it all in perspective, But also, the Tauruses are wonderful people, God bless them all. And John's a Virgo, I'm a Leo, so we all get along.
We're next to Virgos?
Yeah, and also, I think Al is high energy. He's like, he likes to go berserk, let's face it. Or does Al like to go berserk or not? Okay. And, the thing is that I think you do have...
Nothing brilliant so far. Go ahead, go ahead.
I
go
think-
ahead. Yeah, go ahead, man. Go
Listen,
ahead.
John and I want to borrow about 500 thou apiece. Can you arrange it in muni bonds, perhaps?
That's no problem.
That's the only way I know.
problem
This
right
guy,
there.
you
Now,
can
we don't
always-
have to look in the stars to see that. All we got to do is just call the bank and they'll tell you that.
Are you sure? Are you going to change your house or buy another one coming up here? Did you think about it?
What?
Like a haunted house or something. Had you thought of going into the, real estate business, or how about a house of ill repute?
Come, I lived to be 78 and I understood English language till I got down to sit down here. What happened there? What was that house or something? What are you talking about?
You have to excuse Grandpa. He hasn't been out of the dungeon in a
You
while.
live in an apartment in Melrose, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right.
All right, now,
Now, what's going to happen to me in the future? That's
all
what
right,
I
let's
want
look
to
some
know.
more at his future.
Yeah, let's check
You're
out
going to
his
probably live to be one of the oldest men in history, so you can plan on a very old age, like about 130, Al.
I like that.
And your sex...
130 and 17 days.
That's right.
I don't want to die
And your,
suddenly.
and your
you know what I
sex
mean?
drive will never give up. As long as you can move your limbs,
Right.
and move your head,
Right.
your arms, you'll always
Yeah,
be
right,
active
right.
with the ladies.
And the other accompanying parts of the body. What do you forget about this here? You ain't going to be sitting there and just doing this.
What do they
Yeah, what kind of a life is this? What is that?
I think we should have Al dancing with the Laker girls, you know, at halftime. Oh, Lakers are going to win the NBA championship.
That's a good prediction.
These guys are from New York. I'm from LA, so let's.
Who do you have for the Academy Awards?
All right. Well, I just happen to have my here. If you
Want to buy a? Sealed in an envelope, are they?
And the winner is Best Supporting Actress.
Yes.
Are you ready? I wonder if we're going to hear boos or applause.
All right. These are your predictions based on your astrological
on the charts of the actors,
computations.
the actresses, and the directors of the movies.
All right, fine.
Okay. Olympia Dukakis for Moonstruck, Best Supporting Actress.
All right.
Okay. And Sean Connery in The Untouchables for Best Supporting Actor. Cher in Moonstruck. Yeah. That's like shoe-in. Michael Douglas in Wall Street. And, you know, my heart lies with Fatal Attraction, but wait a second. It's got to be a twofold thing. I think the Academy is going to pick The Last Emperor, but I think Fatal Attraction should get it. But the stars are in for Last Emperor.
But the stars tell all.
That's right, they do. Because depending where Mercury is and where the moon is in someone's chart, we can tell success or failure. Just like with Kansas yesterday. It was in the cards for Kansas to sock Oklahoma. And I knew that about a week ago.
Okay, and when we come back, we predict that Al Lewis still won't be quiet, so stay tuned. Back with Farley Malorrus. Now, this is the stuff that he has prepared for me. This is all the stuff that that has to do with my astrological reading. Is that the right word? A reading? You give a reading?
Well, that's a natal. That's actually the planetary locations the moment you took your first breath.
No kidding.
Because when a baby's born, the important part is the electrical spark of life. The second the umbilical cord is cut. Has his umbilical cord ever been cut? Is the question. Yeah.
So. This is all this now. This looks like a computer readout. You did this through a computer?
We use word processors and computers, and you actually are a very powerful guy. And we talked about how psychic you are. Can you read his mind right now?
I'll give him a discount because I can't read anything right now.
No, but overall, you're shown an incredible intellectual level, and you are shown one of the funniest charts I have ever seen.
Funniest
in my
charts.
life. That's right.
No kidding.
So no matter what happens in your life, I think you could rebound with a joke or something funny. If you don't, you know what I mean? If you get too serious or if you get too negative, then you know that's when the trouble starts, right? Okay. It's like, I need space, I got to get out of here and all that stuff, you know.
So tell me about my future.
Well, I think you're going to be a major superstar, and I think you're going to have... I'll tell you something. Okay, it was right here. I predicted a multi-contract for Arsenio in October. He got it within, like, I think a month later. And you're looking at another multi-picture contract within 12 months, right here, ladies and gentlemen. And I make stars, I'll tell you.
Are you listening there, Garth Van Seer? He runs the joint.
Major comedy movie.
Major comedy movie?
Lead role, and it'll happen, I believe. Actually, you might get notice of it within 60 days or less.
No kidding.
That's right. Your career is happening better than in 12 years, as you know. It's happening like crazy. And all you got to do is stay confident and optimistic and funny, and you can't lose.
And not screw anything up.
Well, we know that once you get the money, you might burn a major hole in your pocket. You know?
Oh, sorry, Al. Maybe I wasn't on the Monsters.
That's right, Al. I was too little to see that.
But I'm going to...
I was like putting airplanes together with glue all the time, enjoy the
So, what about chicks and cash?
Well, like I said, you need a disposable woman, really. One of
Wait
these
a minute now.
1598
A
varieties.
disposable woman.
No, if women got to understand, you are powerful. Even though you're a double Virgo, you have tremendous Leo qualities. And like me, you need control. You need to dominate. You need to order them around. Tell them what to do. Sit down, stand up, take off your clothes. That's what I was doing. All that.
No, I love all of you. Don't listen to him. Come on, we'll go do sushi after the show. Don't listen to any of that.
No, but overall, you actually are shown going through a lot of strange stages with a lot of different women. There may not be one special. There may be like 5...
My mom's watching this show. Cut that out.
Okay, one special woman, that you probably will fall in love and get married to.
There is one.
Within 6 days.
It would have to be very special.
But overall, you do have a producer and a director's chart, too. You are going to be somebody to be a great leader and somebody in charge, which you probably seem like now anyway.
Well, none of this is going to mean anything if I die in this big quake that's coming up.
Oh, there's not going to be a quake in May. Oh, Nostradamus was off, okay? I don't want anyone to get scared with the quake. There will be no quake in May. Now, I've predicted all 5 of them, the last one within 24 hours.
No kidding.
And there may be a big quake in April, like April 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. See, Nostradamus, hundreds of years in advance, how is he supposed to tell where the planets are without computers? You mind telling me? His predictions make no sense astrologically.
You ever hear of a good guess?
No, yeah, definitely. But I think some of the quakes he predicted have already happened, and I'm really not leaving. I'm not making earthquake insurance, and if I'm wrong, then it'll be one of the first times.
Well, we had a psychic on not long ago who predicted sometime around May, between 20th and 23rd, that there would be a quake, a big one, not the big one that everyone's so afraid of, but he said there would be one in May. So.
I think if there's going to be a quake, it'll be before May, and it'll be maybe 5 to 7 on the Richter scale, and it'll be in a locality. It won't be all of L.A. Some people are saying like 8, 9-point quake around May Day, May 10th, and I looked at the charts. I think world events may be triggered, and something wild may be happening in a foreign country, like politics, even something with Reagan, but I just don't see a Southern California quake, and usually I'm pretty good about that stuff.
So in other words, we don't have to leave, we don't have to run, we don't have to worry about anything. All we have to do is watch The Late Show, and we'll be right back after this with Jessica Walker. We are back, and my next guest is the star of the new NBC series, Aaron's Way, and she's also from my hometown of Brooklyn, New York. So please welcome Jessica Walter. This is old home night tonight. We have all the Brooklyn folks here showing their support.
You know what's funny? You mentioned Thomas Jefferson High School and Girls High. My mother went to Girls High, and my father went to Thomas Jefferson.
No kidding.
How about that? Mom's in the audience.
Is she really? Where are you, Mom?
She's visiting from New York. Mom, where are you?
Oh, she's going, no, I'm not saying anything. You're not going to get it. Mom, she's all the way up in the back. Hi, Ma.
Hi, Mom.
It's just like, that's my mother on TV.
She's so far away.
So Brooklyn, New York. What's a girl from? Now you play an Amish, the wife of an Amish farmer.
Actually, I don't play Amish.
You don't play Amish.
Merlin Olsen is the Amish father. He's Aaron. And Belinda Montgomery, a beautiful actress, plays his wife. And it's about two families. One is contemporary California, and that's me. I'm the head of that family. So I get to wear nice clothes and
What
I don't
time
wear those bonnets.
What time period does this take place?
It's now. It takes place in the present. It's a very interesting story, and we've been doing well in the ratings. I wanted to ask Farley if we're going to be in.
What was the date of the beginning of the show, Jessica?
The first episode?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
What was the season start?
March 9th.
No problem. Should be good.
Oh, thank God.
I've seen it and I love it. I love it.
Thanks.
But I've been a Ram fan for a long time too, so I love
right.
Maroon.
Oh, you had to add that disclaimer
But
in
I
there,
love
Farley.
her too. I've been in love with her since I was,
Thanks.
You've been in love with Jessica?
I better not admit it on the air,
Did you see it in your charts? Did you know that was going to happen?
Well, no comment, right?
All right, all right.
So how does a girl from Brooklyn get out to? That's what everybody wants to know. How does a kid from Brooklyn make it big in the big city?
Aw, you're so sweet. Look at you.
I'm not big yet.
Well, you will be. You know what's funny? Last night I watched the show to get a little peek at you. And my husband, Ron Liebman, he's an actor, we were watching, and we had just finished reading this fabulous book called Bonfire of the Vanities by Tom Wolfe. Has anybody read that book?
No. Oh, a couple people?
Oh, well, okay. It's been on the New York Times bestseller list for about 6 months, but there's a part in it, I told your manager backstage, that is so perfect for you, Tom Killian. He's the Irish snaky lawyer.
Oh, that's me, the snaky lawyer. Wait, we'll be charging you more than you expected for that case, me lass.
Perfect. That may be the role that you were talking about.
I'm telling you,
know?
I'm weird. When I predict things for actors or actresses, like I predicted that drug thing with Boy George. I was on tour with him before it happened. He said, "Oh, I don't take drugs. I never take drugs." And look what happened to him, So.
And you told him he was going to get involved in that, and he said,
When I was with my friend Bruce, and he said, "I never take drugs. I won't touch it." I said, "You're showing a drug problem in a year," and he laughed. And 1 year later, when that heroin story came out, we really freaked out over that. We felt sad about it.
well, we're not going to tell Jessica on the air if she's having those, but she won't. She
I
has
know.
big things in the
I tell you,
future.
those problems I don't have.
I know.
I have a lot of problems, but those aren't my problems. Yes.
So you are now working for... we're back.
And her mother's still in the
Your mom's up in the back going, she better not. I'll take that wooden spoon to her. So you're residing out here now?
Yes, we actually live both places. Ron, my husband, he loves New York, so we have an apartment in New York. Yay! And we have the house here, and my daughter, she's got 2 more years to graduate from high school, and then we might move back. Although I do love Southern California, it's very seductive. Life is easy here. It's beautiful, the weather, the outdoor life, the sports.
Yeah.
It's a conflict. It really is. But Ronnie, he's a real New Yorker. He's a real New Yorker.
He does. He see everything I've seen him. The first thing I saw him in was it Batman and Robin? Was he in that cop show, that cop thing?
No, he did a television series that he got an Emmy for called Kaz. It was not a big hit, but he was in Norma Ray, and he was in Your 3 Minutes Are Up, Super Cops.
That's what it was, Super Cops. He played Batman and Robin, Super
yeah.
Cops. That was what their nickname was. I knew it
Yeah,
was something.
I loved
right.
him in that. That
Right. Yeah, he's a real good. He did one of our episodes on Aaron's Way that will be on April 20th. He plays my ex-husband who comes back to make trouble, the drunken ex-husband scoundrel. And it's a wonderful episode. He's so good in it. He really is.
Do you find it easy to work with your husband? I mean, relationships always go well, usually go better, I should say, without the working environment coming into play with the relationship of the marriage.
You know what the nice thing is when you work with the person that you love, you know they're not out to get you. They want the best for you, There's
Even in the spotlight?
Yeah, because we don't have anything to prove anymore, We're older, and I want the best for him, and he wants the best for me. We can't play the same parts. And also, you're as good as the people around you. If you're in a scene or a show and the people around you aren't really good, you don't come over as well as you would, so it's better. It's really better to be around good people, and especially somebody that really cares about you.
So Merlin Olsen also he's the star of the show, right?
Yes, Merlin. Oh, I love him. He's so sweet.
And of course, he started out on the gridiron and then was an announcer. And he's the star of Aaron's Way. He's Aaron.
He's Aaron, and he's perfect for it. I don't know if anybody's seen the show. Please, somebody applaud and say they've seen it.
Hey,
oh,
everyone's
thank
seen it.
God.
Well,
Thank goodness.
And if you haven't seen the show, there's no excuse now. Aaron's Way, starring Jessica Walter and, of course, Merlin Olsen. And we'll be right back after this with Who Knows What. We're not sure. More predictions.